All right. So here we are going to talk about uh, section 0.8, which is statistics. And yeah, you'll find the measure of center and spread. Um, so here, measures of center and spread. So statistics is when you think statistics, you think of data, a lot of data. Okay. And collecting that data, analyzing, interpreting, presenting it, that's what statistics is. So, uh, and data, data in one variable or data type, that's called the univariate data. And because these data can be described by a measure of central tendency, which represents the center of or middle of the data. So the three most important ones that you probably heard in middle school in 8th grade were mean, median, and mode. Mean, median, and mode. So a population is the entire membership of people. So the whole thing, okay? Objects or events of interest to be analyzed. A sample is just a little part of it. So not the whole thing, but just part of it. And we're going to be looking at some formulas that incorporate the difference of a population and a sample. Okay, so there are some symbols that we need to know. So whenever we see X in these formulas, X is just going to mean the number, okay, the data number that we're talking about. And then uh, this this letter right here, all right, that's the Greek letter sigma, which means sum. Okay, so that's gonna mean the sum of x, the sum of x. So sum of all the x values. So like if you have the sum of um, so if all your oh, we'll see you later. So whatever all your x value, whatever all your data points are, then you're gonna add all those together basically. Okay, and then n is so this is sum of all x values. N is the number of values. So how many data points do you have? Okay. And mu, a way to remember mu, it looks like Mewtwo kind of. Now, I don't really watch Pokemon, but I think it looks like, I think that's what Mewtwo looks like. I don't remember what he looks like. He has hands, right? I don't know. Well, it looks like Mewtwo, I think. All right. Um, and yeah, so mu is gonna be the the mean population. All right. Mean, again, in middle school, you heard of as average. Okay. The average of something. Okay. And here where we have the line above the X, that's going to be the sample mean. Mean of sample. So not the whole population, but just part of it. And yeah, that's that. Let me put this in the notes. Here we go. There you go. And here we have the first three formulas, or first three. So the central tendencies. So the central tendencies, the main three, remember, are mean, median, and mode. That's the ones that we saw in middle school. So mean, what you're doing is you add all the numbers, add all numbers, and divide by how many numbers you have. That's what it means. Okay, so that's the population mean. The sample mean, okay, same thing. Add all the numbers that you have in the sample and then divide by how many numbers you have in the sample. So same thing. The middle, the median, middle. Okay, that's the middle number. So then sometimes if there are five numbers, like um, 2, 3, 7, 8, and 4. No. 10. All right. The median number would be 7. It's the number in the middle. Okay. Because there's two numbers on the left and two numbers on the right. And it has to be in order. It has to be in numerical order. Now, if there's an even number of numbers, so 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, and 13. Okay, if there's an even number here, there's 6. So in between, it would have to be in between the third and the fourth number. Okay, so what you would do is you'd have to take the mean of those two. So you add them together, 7 plus 8, and then divide by however many numbers there are. You're adding two numbers. So it's always dividing by 2 for this one. So it'd be 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8 is going to give us 15. Divided by 2 is going to give us 7.5. And that's what your median would be. Okay. Odd number numbers. Here, even number of numbers. Okay, that's how you do it for those two. And we have the mode. The mode is the number of numbers that appear most often in the set. Okay, so all of these, they're all going to be the same. Let's say you had one, 2, 2, 3, 7, 8, 8, 8, 10. Okay, so here, which one comes the most? The eights. Doo-doo. That's the mode. So the one that appears the most. All right, put that in the notes. And let's look at some problems. Here we go. So there's an example if you want to try that one. Okay, so we won't do all of them. We'll just do some. And I think that, okay, I would do this one, but then that's a lot of numbers. So this is a lot of numbers too. Oh man. Okay, let's do number 3 then. Okay, notice that these aren't in order. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in order. Okay, and we got a 6. You got a 6. Oh, there's a 5. Okay, so the smallest number here, it's a 5. All right, there we go. We got a 5. We got a 6. We got a 6. We got another 6. We got a 7. We got an 8. Any other 8s? Nope. We got a 9. We got a 10. Any other 10s? Going once, going twice. We got an 11. And another 11. And another 11. There's 3 of them. And we got a 12. Okay, so I just put it in order. Why? Because we need to for the median. Yeah, it's best to put it in order, just like that. And here, let's find the mean first. Okay, so do you remember what the symbol looks like for mean? It's a mu. Okay, so we're going to add all the numbers. So remember, the sum of x over the number of n. So here we're going to add all these numbers together. 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 12. Whew. All right. And then divide it by how many numbers we have. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh, there's 12 numbers. Okay. All right. So yeah, there you can just, if you want to add those all up in your head, feel free to be my guest. Let's use Desmos for this one. So add those all up. 5. And here I would put parentheses when you're doing it on Desmos. Okay. 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 12. And this is where the number key and the number pad, keypad on your keyboard is going to be useful. Okay. If you know how to use it well. Okay. You'll be able to type it quickly. So just like any those people that work with numbers a lot for their work, yeah, it's very beneficial to have that keypad, the numbers keypad. So here, when we do that, we get 8.5. Well, I did. How about you? All right. And then we get the median. The median is the number in the middle. So the number in the middle, we have 12 numbers. So we want the number in 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be 8. However, there's 5 before 8, 5 numbers. And here we have 6. Uh-oh. So we want it to be even. So we're going to look at not 8 only, but 8 and 9. So there's 5 numbers on the right, 5 numbers on the left. It's a butterfly. All right, so we're going to find the mean of 8 and 9. So 8 plus 9, and there's 2 numbers there, so we're going to divide by 2. 8 plus 9 is 17 divided by 2 equals 8.5. What? It's the same? Yeah. All right, and now we have the mode. Mm. So we have the mode, which is the number that appears the most. So which number here appears the most? Oh, I saw some that had 3. Yeah. Yeah. We got 6. 1, 2, 3, and we got 11. 1, 2, 3. So here it's both the 6 and 11. There you go, it's both of them. That's it. Was that easy? Yeah, this one has two modes. So feel free to try numbers 1 and 2. We won't spend too much time on that one though. Again, same thing. Um, Same thing that you would do for this word problem, okay? It just gives a list in the table. That's it. Okay, so those are all your numbers. You have 15 numbers to add. Oh boy. Okay, but we won't do that one. So I want to look at the measures of spread. So the center has three, mean, median, and mode. The spread or variation is that's the distribution of the set of data. And that one has three as well. It has the range, variance, and standard deviation. Arvsd. Arvsd. I try to come up with a word um, that was spelled with those vowels. I could not. There's no vowels. Okay. So here we have um, the range is going to be from greatest minus the least. That's it. The greatest number minus the smallest number. The variance is going to be this equation right here, and the standard deviation is going to be this equation right here. Now notice that those two are the same, except for the variance has the squared, and the standard deviation is the square root. So we get rid of that squared. That's it. Okay, um, so the variance is just the standard deviation squared. Okay, and deviation, how much is deviating from the median? Okay, so we notice that here for the formula, we need that mean. So we're going to be subtracting each number minus the mean, and we're going to add them all together. So it's going to be a lot of work. Okay, so let's look at an example. And standard deviation is just the square root of this variance. Okay, and yeah, when you do get to statistics, you're gonna use your graphing calculators, and there's yeah, I think you can have when you plug in the data points, you can just type in standard deviation, or you can find the standard deviation easily. Okay, so let's put this on the notes so that you have those formulas. Those are good formulas to know. All right, when you get to statistics. All right, so there we go. And yeah, so, oh, notice that, sorry, I forgot to mention this. Notice that you have population here, and this is sigma. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is sigma. Sigma. Okay, it's a lowercase sigma though. So this is also sigma. Okay, but this is the lowercase sigma. So I'm gonna put some here. And sigma squared. So here, sigma is just the Greek letter for S, basically. Okay. And here, remember this X with the line above it is the sample mean. Sample mean. All right, let's look at some problems. Put that one up on the notes first, though. All right. So let's look at this one. I would do the word problem, but then I want to make sure to show you everything. So let me show you everything. We're going to find the range, variance, and standard deviation of each using the population, not the sample because we're not taking part of it. Okay, sample would mean we're going to get rid of these and just use this part. Okay, just a few of them, not all of them. But here we're using everything. So it's the population. So uh, let's use 7. Let's do 7. Okay. And I believe 7 is written in descending order. So it's from greatest to least. That's perfecto. All right. That's good enough. So I'm going to find the range first because that's the easiest. The greatest minus the least. So the biggest number, 5.7 minus the smallest number, 3.8. So we have 5.7 minus 3.8 is going to give us 1.9. And that's it. That's our range. So that's the difference between the least and the biggest. All right, now let's do the variance. And this is the one that's going to be a lot of work. Okay, so get ready. Variance is going to be that sigma squared. All right, and it's going to be the sum of each number minus the mean. Wait a minute, we don't know the mean. So that means we have to find the mean first, divided by the number of numbers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down a little bit because we need to find the mean first. Oh, that's so mean. Okay, so to find the mean, remember, you're going to add all the numbers together and divide by n. So here we got 5.7 plus 5.7 plus 5.6 plus 5.5 plus 5.3 plus 4.9 plus 4.4 plus 4.0 plus 4.0 plus 3.8, all divided by, count how many numbers you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be 10 numbers there. So go to desmos.com. Make sure to put parentheses. 5.7 plus 5.7 plus 5.6 plus 5.5 plus 5.3 plus 4.9 plus 4.4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3.8. Close parentheses divided by 10. By 10. Yeah, it's good. And we get 4.89. Do you want to round? No, don't round until the end. All right. And here, I should color coordinate that. It's going to take too long. Okay. So here, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Get ready. This is, oh, I forgot. I think we have to square it. Yeah. I forgot the square it there. Oh boy. Okay. So I'm going to put parentheses and another parentheses. So I could put a bracket if you want. Okay, and we're going to do 5.7 minus 4.89 plus 5.7 minus 4.89. I told you it was going to be long. Plus 5.6 minus 4.89. So we're subtracting 4.89 from all of those. Plus 5.5 minus 4.89 plus 5.3 minus 4.89 plus 4.9 minus 4.89 plus, and then notice here we're going to get negatives. 4.4 minus 4.89, and that square is going to make this a positive no matter what. So don't worry about those negatives. Here we have plus 4.0 minus 4.89 plus 4.0 minus 4.89. Are we done yet? Not yet. One more. 3.8 uh, minus 4.89. And I'm gonna put a bracket and square it. Okay, so on Desmos, yeah, I would recommend putting, you don't need to put a bracket, but you can put two parentheses. Okay, oh, all over, where's my cursor? There we go. All over 10. That's a lot. Okay, so parentheses, parentheses. So we're gonna have two parentheses. And get ready, 5.7 minus 4.89, close parentheses, plus parentheses, 5.7 minus 4.89, close parentheses, plus 5.5, sorry, 5.6 minus 4.89, close parentheses. Oh, I forgot to close the parentheses. All right. Plus parentheses, 5.5 minus 4.89, close parentheses, plus parentheses, 5.3 minus 4.89, plus, where am I? 5.3, 4.9 minus, oh, I forgot to put parentheses, minus 4.89, close parentheses, plus 4, oh, parentheses, 4 minus 4.89, close parentheses, plus parentheses, 4 minus 4.89, close parentheses, plus 3.8, oh, parentheses, minus 4.89, close parentheses, and then close parentheses, so close both of those parentheses, square it, okay, hit the a squared button, and then divided by 10. And there we get 0.02401. Sorry. Um, I put the square in the wrong place. Here, this should be squaring each time, so even more work. All right. So you should have been squaring each of those every time you subtracted. And this is why calculators are a must. in statistics. And when you do that, you'll end up with 5. I got 0.51. All right, so there we go. And then the standard deviation is going to be the square root of that. So we're going to take the square root of 0.51, which gives us 0.72. I got 0.716 because I put 0.51289. And so I got 0.716. So I just rounded up. So 0.72. And that's it. All right. So we are going to stop there.